Here we are live. We're talking away. Like
we are. Hi, it's Tuesday with episode 20. What did I say? 29. We're episode 29 today.
Oh, look at you with your martini shirt on today.
I know. I wore it today.
Nice.
I went cherry picking today. It was a beautiful Tuesday. Ooh. So we went. I met my friend out. I'm off today. So I bought many cherries. So
I love sweet cherries.
I picked them with the kids. They each got their bucket and picked them, and you pay for what you pick. So like $55 worth of cherries, but it was fun. It was tons of fun.
That's
and
fun.
Then I got you something. So because we were out driving around the river region, I stopped at one of our favorite places, and I'll bring this in for you. I
was just going to say Black Willow Winery.
Yes, a Black Willow Winery. I didn't see Cindy. She wasn't there when we stopped in, but my friend bought some chocolate, and she bought some wine. I bought 2 bottles, so one for me, one for you. I'll bring it tomorrow and put it on your desk.
Good. Yeah, so I won't drink it in the office. Don't worry.
No, you can't. No. You have to drink it for the weekend. Because what are you doing this weekend?
What are you doing this weekend? I don't know what I'm doing. We wanted to. Usually every year we go to my parents' camp in Chautauqua. Due to the COVID restrictions, they're not allowed to have any guests attend. So, I think we're just going to stay home. We haven't really planned anything yet. It's kind of sad. It's my first holiday not going down to my parents.
It is sad. Well, you're going to enjoy your wine.
I am.
I'm going to bring my wine to, this is the first time I'm staying over, and I don't know how long, but my family camps with my husband's family at Woodstream. It's about an hour and a half away from here.
Oh, you're going?
Not real camping. Shh, don't tell anybody. It's not real camping, but it's what they like is camping. Yeah. So I'm going to stay in a cabin Thursday through Sunday. Yeah. And normally I take this weekend, they go camping, and I just join them for the day and then come home, and I have the weekend in the house to myself.
Yeah.
But usually it's spent in the office working on Jazz Festival, because usually this is when all the things have to be finalized, and we're deep into planning, even though it's, a month, almost 2 months before when that would normally happen.
Right.
So I never really get to go. And this year, because we don't have it, there's no excuse. I have no excuse, Suzanne. Nope. I have to go. So it should be fun. It'll be a ton of fun.
It'll be nice this weekend. Enjoy it.
It's camping. It's camping. And I can tell you, where you should go camping.
Where?
He's not watching right now, but he's not. Maybe if we say his name, Terry Berlinski.
Oh, I could go to Lazy Lakes with them.
Yes.
Are they there now? Terry, are you listening? Oh, Terry's not listening today.
Terry, if you're listening, Suzanne's bunking with you and Chris over the weekend, just so you know. But Lazy Lakes is another member of ours, and they have a beautiful location. That's a great place to go. So
that is. I think Terry wants to house us this weekend.
Terry does not know yet, but you are spending the weekend at Lazy Lakes with Terry and Chris. Wait until he watches this. He's going to be like, oh my gosh, he's not going to answer his phone. I know that. Well, today we have a guest. He's not here yet, but he will join us. He was with a customer. We have Roger from Viva Nostalgia, and he hasn't logged in yet. So we're going to have to keep on talking until then.
Roger's also my neighbor.
Yeah, Roger is. Yeah. Yes, that's right. I wanted to talk to you about how good and plentiful the cherries are now. Dark sweet cherries are in season right now, and oh my goodness, are they delicious.
They're so good. I pop them like Tic Tacs.
Yes, it was so much fun. The kids had a great time. And, days like this are such a great way to just get out. There's a lot of things opening. We're in phase 4. A lot of things opening over the next couple days. In phase 4 started today. Today's Tuesday. It started today. Jet boats will be opening tomorrow. I believe it's Wednesday. Fun. Old Fort Niagara will be opening on Friday, I believe it is. I should have had my notes here with me. Niagara Jet Adventures will be opening. So there's a lot more to do in the area. We're very excited about phase 4 starting. We unfortunately still have a little bit of a lag in some of our businesses that are not able to open, primarily our gyms. You know, we're trying as hard as we can to figure out what that is. And then another aspect that I just got an email today that we're trying to figure out is some of our low risk outdoor sports and what that looks like, especially for some of our bars and dining establishments that have some of those outdoor horseshoe pits or outdoor volleyball and things like that. So if that falls into one of you, we are working hard. We're trying to get that that information for you. But there are going to be several phases within phase 4. So hopefully we'll have guidance on the gyms and some of our other types of get-togethers and larger group settings and things like that in the future. So
nice.
We'll see. Roger still hasn't logged in yet.
I hope Roger doesn't ghost us today. Such a shame with our high ratings.
Well, we did kind of talk him into this, and I had to call him yesterday to remind him that he kind of didn't agree, but agreed to be on when he commented last week. So dear. We'll see. You're going to see my husband walking in the background. He's been painting the garage. So that's new in our garage was that lime green color, and he's painting it. I don't know if you can see in our, you can't really see. I don't want to take you all the way out there in case my Wi-Fi goes, but
it's so nice that Marty's out of the basement.
He is. Yes. Oh, here we go. I see Roger.
Yay!
There's Roger.
Yay!
Roger is with Viva Nostalgia on Center Street. He also is, you know, the voice of Lewiston. Roger, that's what we're going to call you, the voice of Lewiston. He was just with some, he was just with some customers, so he had a little late coming in, but we're glad to have you, Roger. Thanks for joining us. Tell us what's going on in the shop today.
Wow, that's an honor.
What's going on today?
Roger, I was afraid you ghosted us.
We were afraid. We were afraid that he missed out on us. Can you hear us okay, Roger?
I don't know what's going on. As I just heard myself talking.
Can you hear us?
No, I actually had customers. You know, I was gonna.
Go ahead.
I hear you fine. Can you hear me?
Yes. You had customers in the shop, which we are so happy to hear.
Yeah, I hear you fine.
You had customers, and what were they buying today?
Hold on.
I think we have a delay.
Okay, I had Facebook on. That's why I was hearing you twice.
Oh,
can you hear me now?
There we go. Yes,
I hear you now.
Okay.
What were your
now
customers?
I can't hear you because I'm not plugged into this. Wait 1 second. I think I can fix this.
We got it.
Hold on.
Okay.
Oh.
Suzanne,
do we have any listeners, watchers today?
This is why we're never going to get picked up nationally.
No, yes.
Jane with Jane's Express is on. She says hello,
Jane.
and Dave Flex says hello. So we do have some people tuning in.
I don't
to
have
find
my
out.
microphone headphone. Oh, now's the phone's ringing. This is great.
Go answer the phone.
See, I can only hear you by putting this phone to my ear, and then you're not going to see me. Hold on, I got to answer a call.
Go answer it.
Good afternoon, Viva Nostalgia. You're live.
All right, I just muted him.
Jane's going to be our new member.
Jane is. Jane has been amazing. I'm on a diet right now, so I can't eat sandwiches, but pretty much every week I've been going there to get my nice breakfast sausage sandwich. And
we like to stop there on Saturday mornings on the way back from feed to get our sandwiches. And sometimes when we have Frank with us, she'll give him a piece of bacon.
Oh, Jane's great. Roger's still figuring
you guys having
out
a good
the
time?
camera.
Yeah, we're here.
No, you know what? I can't hear you and look at on the phone. I can't look at you and hear you at the same time because I don't have headphones that'll go into my phone.
You know what? That's okay, Roger. We're still going to talk about you. So why don't you tell us about what were your customers shopping for today?
Well, different customers. I had a whole bunch. It's one guy was just here and was interested. He's interested in our Blu-rays. He comes maybe once a month and buys a handful of horror Blu-rays. And he was just here. And then nobody's really got to see me anyway. So as long as they can hear me. And another young lady was here with her, I think, a couple of sisters and her mother, and she was buying Kiss items because we have a bunch of Kiss stuff. And
nice.
Let's see. Yeah, and then we had another guy who was coming in. And I hope they're not watching because then they're going to know what they got. I mean, he bought some Harry Potter stuff for his wife. I won't mention his name because then, in case she finds out ahead of time, it's not good.
Sure, definitely. So what?
So are you seeing my ear?
We just see a bunch of blurry stuff. It's fine.
It's fine.
Okay.
We wanted to really.
You got the phones up to my ear, so you're probably seeing my ear.
Well, we wanted to know all about. So let everybody know what is when they walk into Viva Nostalgia. What is it? It's not one thing. You have a little bit of everything. So why don't you describe when you stop in what it is?
Yeah, that's the thing. Well, the first thing you do when you walk in, most people see is this. We're going to put you towards the candy. Hold on.
Oh, yes. Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Can you see?
Yeah.
Hold on, I just lost your picture. This was not really good. I'm not doing a good job at this.
We can hear you, Roger. There we
go.
Right.
There's all the candy.
Oh,
there's all the
awesome.
candy, right?
You got a sugar daddy in there?
We sell. Yeah, here we go, Suzanne, right here. Yep. I'll put it through the phone to you.
So this is the candy where during our festivals, we see so many people coming out on the street and they have all of this great candy, and it's hard to find. You have the candy that you can't really get
look at the candy cigarettes.
Oh.
We're even bad. We sell candy cigarettes. See?
Oh, Roger. Should have put that on there.
So Roger,
we also sell Canadian candy. See, this is our Canadian candy section where I go to Canada and get all this special Canadian chocolate and coffee crisps and these various things that you really can't get anywhere but around here in the US. So we get a lot of people that come for this. But I have to go really out of my way and have to go to Canada to pick. Yeah, so you're seeing it, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
I have to go to Canada. I have to go to Canada to pick up all this stuff. So those are really special, and we get a lot of people that come here for that. We also, when you first walk in, right to your left, we have numerous decks of playing cards. We sell a lot of playing cards. If you can see them, they're all different type. Everything in the store has to do with movies, television, or music. Okay, so that's why you see Dark Crystal, Batman, Game of Thrones, Grateful Dead. We've got all these different playing cards, Charlie Brown, Star Wars, and these are immensely popular.
They are.
You can see that. You can see that, right?
We see it. Yeah,
we see
all of that. Yes. Oh my goodness! Look at that.
See Baby Yoda. Frank wants one of these Baby Yodas. He told me, Suzanne.
Did he tell you he was
There's
so we also sell like wallets and.
Right, and a huge DVD collection. You have a ton of DVDs. I know when we walk in there, my husband loves looking at those.
We'll go past that. See, this is, because this store, Viva Nostalgia, when it started in 2009, was on Long Island, and it was originally, really was just a DVD store. It was a movie store when I first opened it. It didn't have all this other stuff. It just was movies. But back then, movies was a different thing. More people bought movies. So that was the thing that we did at that point. As the years gone on, a few years later, we started with bobbleheads and different types of things like that. And so it just kept building. And then when I moved here, it kind of went even further away from movies. And that's why we changed to Viva Nostalgia, because Mother's Movies, which was the name of the place, just doesn't fit for the whole store anymore. We didn't want people walking. I would be outside and see people walking by and they would say, oh, it's a movie store. I'm not going in there. They're not interested in movies. So it took the rest of the stuff right out of the play. So that's where we came up with the Viva Nostalgia that covers all the rest of the stuff. I guess you could see it, right? All the pops now I'm showing you. Yeah. And the action figures. The whole one side of the store here is all toys. It's like action figures and pops, and we even have bunch of Christmas ornaments from last year with all Superman and different things, and all kinds of action figures. I'm assuming you can see that now.
Yes, we can.
Right? And the pops and all different types of things. Everything that you're seeing all has to do with movies and TV. and music. And then we also we sell coffee mugs. I mean, this is a thing you don't see either any places. All these coffee mugs, the Beatles, Elvis, Pink Floyd, Iron Maiden, The Doors, Snoopy, Clockwork Orange, you name it. If it's made in a mug, we have it. We also have Christmas stockings. Look at these. We also sell Christmas stockings from the same genre movies. We've also got clocks. I'm putting up in the air so I can't hear you. You can see clocks. And then we even have the next selection that we have a lot of is lunchboxes, which has become a collectible thing now, where people don't necessarily use them for lunch, but they collect them because they're beautifully done and they have raised pictures and lettering, so they've become a collector's type thing. So I'll give you kind of like a little brief synopsis of those.
Sure.
I used to have a strawberry shortcake lunchbox.
I did too.
Yeah, I loved it.
We don't have any of those. We got Elvis,
Yeah.
the Avengers, we got Lucy, Marilyn Monroe, Audrey Hepburn, Star Wars. Can you see those? The Beatles
We can
and all
see
that?
them.
Do you have the Muppets?
I had a Muppets lunchbox just like that. We did buy a lunchbox there from you, Roger, a couple years ago for Christmas for one of my daughters. I don't remember what one. It's got to be up in our
I don't remember either.
thing either. But I know we've been able to get a couple cool gifts from there. I've bought a few Goonies figurines. I bought Marty a little.
Yeah, we don't have
handheld.
those anymore. Those are all gone.
Oh,
We do have eyeglass cases. Check these out.
Oh, look at those.
Cool.
Those are kind of cool.
I think I bought Marty a Tetris little arcade game when my daughter,
Ava,
when Ava was in The Wizard of Oz, I had bought a really nice wall hanging from there. So that's excellent. Now, this is one part of the business. They can come into your shop and purchase all of these, but you also, are you selling things online as well on vivanostalgia.com?
Yes. Most of the stuff you're seeing, like the last thing I want to show you is something we started only last year, in the middle of last year, which is die-cast metal cars. You can see them here. And what they are is they're limited edition cars, and a lot of them have, like, look at the Elvis ones. Can you see that?
I can't, but that's okay. We see your glasses.
No, you know what? You got knocked off again.
That's
These
all right.
phones are stupid to try to. Hold on a second. You'll be back in a second. Now you should be back.
There we go. We see it.
Okay. So there's the Elvis cars, Ghostbusters, Harry Potter. We've got a bunch of Batman and stuff. Stranger Things. We've got a new Scooby-Doo one, which is cool.
Oh,
now,
cool.
Yeah, these are, fairly big, and they're about $25. So they're priced to sell because they're a collector's thing. They're not like for a kid to run them into a wall. We also sell ones that are not related to movies, like hot rods. You can see them here. And this has been a big thing for us. We've done a lot of good business with these because there's really no place around that you can go into. Like, these are not things that you find too often in Target or Walmart, any of that type of big store. You might find 3 or 4 cars in Walmart, but you're going to find the boxes smashed because kids have thrown them around or whatever.
Sure.
There's no hobby store. There's very little hobby stores around anymore, so you don't get this type of collector's items, just any place. So and we have a big selection. We probably have 150 of these cars here, so we have a huge selection for a small place. We have a lot of everything that we have. So
yeah, that's great. And not only that, but you have a huge variety of everything. So when people stop in, they'll be pleasantly surprised with the quantity.
People are surprised. Yeah, people are surprised. I think a lot of people that stand outside, they don't go in because they just can't anticipate what they find when they get in here. When you come in here, it's overwhelming compared to it. Like outside, you can't imagine that you're going to find this much stuff in one small store. And that's why people walk in and they're like, oh my God, they can't believe they see all this stuff here. So yeah, it does have a wow effect when people walk in because people just don't anticipate it nowadays, especially because you don't find many collector stores anymore.
That's right. So tell us a little bit, we have a few minutes left. Tell us a little bit about Lewiston's radio station that is run by you. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah. Okay, well, it is strictly on the internet because I don't have the $300,000 that they wanted for the FM transmitter. So we went with just a internet radio station. I'll give you a little bit of a view of it. You can, in a second here, you could see, here we are. So you're
There we
kind of
go.
gonna.
Oh,
There
cool.
you go. Yeah.
We have to get Suzanne in there.
Oh yeah, that'll be
We got to
fun.
get Suzanne to give the chamber updates.
I think Jennifer wants to do that.
If the chamber ever has anything to update, yeah, it would be great.
Oh, we got tons of things to update. We can talk about anything. Yeah, come on, Roger. That's true. You know Suzanne and I. Well, anyway, we can talk about anything. So
that's true. They've proven that with this show that you've got.
Where can everyone find the radio station? What's the best way to locate the radio station?
The best way to find it is on, you can go to any online source. That means it's on, you can get it on your phone, you can get it on your computer, anything that you can get the internet on. You go to vivanostalgiaradio.com and it's on 24 hours a day. That brings you right there. When you go to that website, everything's explanatory because you'll see the link for the radio station that you just click right on if you want to hear music. And then also on the same page, you'll see all the Lewiston sponsors. We happen to have a lot of great Lewiston sponsors because when I did this, I only wanted to do it if I could get the community involved, because that's the only way that you start to get listeners today, is because you got to start with people that you know, and people and give people a reason to listen other than the music, because music can be found in a million different places today.
Yeah, definitely.
So this is why I wanted to go exclusively to Lewiston. So the only sponsor ads you hear on the radio station are merchants from Lewiston. I pay more, because this is a real thing. This is done, in cooperation. I pay royalties every month on the music we play and everything else. This is a very up and up operation. So in order to pay the royalties and have the station, I had to have a certain amount of advertisers, and I could get it cheaper with the streaming company if I used their commercials, which I did not want it to do because it would be a lot of outside stuff, and I really only wanted it to be about Lewiston. So I pay more each month, and I got enough advertisers to make it worthwhile that the only commercials you hear a spot once an hour at the top of the hour for a Lewiston merchant. One of the 15 or 16 that we have, and the rest of the hour is just straight music. So it's basically a music station that plays from 1964. It starts basically with the Beatles. We do throw some Elvis and Buddy Holly, but mostly it's from 64 to about 84. So it's mostly 60s and 70s and a little bit of early 80s, but it streams 24 hours a day. And like I said, the only advertising you're going to hear, if you don't want to hear a lot of advertising, is just at the top of the hour for a minute. So it's basically mostly 59 minutes of music with a couple of station IDs, and that at the beginning of the hour, the sponsor things, which you also see on the website page there. If you go to the vivanostalgia.com website, there's a whole page of all the links for all of our sponsors, which is a good thing, because when people are listening to music, if they're on the computer, they can stay on that page and look at all our sponsors. And the sponsors, we have all of the Facebook information, all their websites. Like each sponsor has all their social media links on it. So say if you go to Inspirations on Canvas, it has a link to her Facebook page, and it has a link to her Twitter. Whatever she has is there. Apple Grannies, you go on there and it clicks to their website. So there's so much information there for people and things that they could do about Lewiston all at the same time while they're listening to the music. So that's the whole purpose, was to keep it all about Lewiston. And so far it's working. I mean, it's a slow process getting people to listen. People say they're going to listen. By the time they get home, sometimes they forget, but in the past 3 or 4 months, we've actually doubled the amount of people that are listening to hours that they're listening to the station. So that is a good thing. So the word is getting out, because it is a great music station. If you like the era of the 60s and 70s, then you really will love the station. So I suggest that you give it a try.
Yeah, definitely. And I have to say that during all of our festivals and events, Roger has been able to have a speaker outside, and a lot of the local businesses have broadcasted the station, and it's provided a lot of great entertainment on the street during our festivals. Well, thank you, Roger. Thanks for showing us the store. Sorry, we're having a little bit of some hearing.
Well, here I am.
Issues. There you are.
Yeah, well,
but
because I didn't realize that in order to hear you, that I would need to have like my little headphone thing, and I left it home, so you can't. I can't hear you and hear and look at the camera at the same time. But really, who needs to see me?
No, you're fine. And not only that, but we had my kids walking in the background. They're asking what else is there to eat. I got my cousin is over too, little, so they're all coming in for, so don't you worry.
Oh, so you're home.
Roger.
Oh yeah, you know what?
You're home and Suzanne's at the chamber?
Yes, when I'm broadcasting from home.
Yeah, because otherwise if Suzanne was home, then we would have had Frank photobombing us.
No, Frank's home barking in his kennel right now.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sure he is.
We have we're excited that that Viva Nostalgia is back up and running, because there was a little bit of time where a lot of our retail had to close, and so we want everyone to stop in. And I believe I have your address up here, 445 Center Street in Lewiston. If you want to go and purchase anything online, go to vivanostalgia.com, and then to listen to the radio online, it's vivanostalgiaradio.com.
You okay?
So, Roger, thank you so much for joining us today. We actually had some people saying it's a cool place. Kevin Cabello, our friend Kevin, he said it's an excellent place. So we're done for the day, Roger. You did it.
You did it. Thanks for coming on, Roger.
Not hearing a word you're saying.
All right, Roger. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, Roger. I don't know. He's having issues there. All right, there we go. All right, everyone. We don't have an an episode on Friday, but we will see you again next Tuesday.